2020 started off looking promising. It was the final year of our 2020 mission and vision, and our growth and budget goals were in sight. In January, we recognized Taiwan, Hong Kong and Thailand as the best performing countries for 2019, while Thailand was also awarded the most improved country. We also launched the Gets Healthcare Hero Awards to recognize the best demonstrations of our core values across our countries. Our headquarters in Singapore also moved to a brand new office. But it all suddenly changed.
The number of cases of COVID-19 outside China has increased 13-fold, and the number of affected countries has tripled. We have therefore made the assessment that COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
The number of coronavirus cases in Australia is rising by the day.
Kerajaan memandang serius situasi semasa ancaman
今天我们要宣布还新增一例境外移入的病例
หรือสบคขอรายงานความคืบหน้าการดำเนินการแก้ไขสถานการณ์
From 11:59 p.m. tonight, we will close our border to any non-residents and citizens.
Together we are facing a truly unprecedented situation. The COVID-19 pandemic is affecting all of our communities, our business and our people.
Never before have we faced such challenges and turmoil. The virus was spreading across the globe. Common supply chain routes were disappearing as countries shut down. But even through these unprecedented challenges, never before have we stepped up so greatly to meet them head-on. In Malaysia, hospitals treating COVID-19 patients urgently needed new monitors.
We got a call on the 1st of April. The Ministry of Health was keen to purchase all 15 units of monitors. We said yes, of course, but there was a catch. It had to be installed the following day. The next day, our engineers were out in full force. Everyone came back to the warehouse, checked every single piece of equipment to ensure that it was all in good condition. And by 2 p.m, we were ready to move to Hospital Sungai Buloh, our largest COVID hospital in the country. So all the 15 patient monitors needed to be wall-mounted in the area right outside the ICU where COVID patients are being treated. Our engineers were cool, calm, collected, competent, and they worked steadily, and it was all completed just before midnight. And with that, we managed to bring in sales of close to $200,000 US. So this massive endeavor of working with tight timelines in the midst of a national lockdown, this was possible only because of strong teamwork. So thank you, Team Malaysia.
Over in Vietnam, the team had to shoulder the bulk of the burden of equipping labs with COVID-19 PCR machines and equipment.
When the COVID-19 raised to the peak, our team in Vietnam immediately volunteered to jump into action. Our team, we only had 3 people in the technical team, so each of them had to travel to different epidemic areas, especially focusing on the serious areas. During the lockdown situation, the limit of transportation, so the technical team had to travel from this place to another by coach, by bus, and even they ride their own cars hundreds of kilometers overnight to arrive at the destination soon as possible to give a support on time. Setting up the machine, doing the training, and running the sample together with the doctors and nurses. As a result, the team did make a good image in the customer eyes and created good relationships with the customers since then. We also appreciate so much their raised passion and spirits in supporting the government.
Our Pakistan colleagues also worked tirelessly in the front lines.
When the first case of coronavirus was reported in February 22, Pakistan could only test 200 people per day. The biggest challenge faced by the country was to ramp up its testing capacity. The companies providing the testing kits and equipments were at the helm of the country's battle, and Bryogene was no exception to this. We had been working around the clock 7 days a week since the beginning of this pandemic, serving across the country from the south to the north. There has been curfew, there has been lockdown around us, but we never off for a single day during this pandemic. I must admit that I would not be able to lead Bryogene's crucial work without the support of my team, who worked relentlessly as frontline heroes, looking after the requirements of the patients and putting their lives at risk, exhibiting our core values. 14 out of the 29 team members of Bryogene were infected, including myself. But we never stopped and ensured that the operations carried on. This could only achieve with strong commitment and patience, for which everyone should be proud of.
Doctors across the world hunted for the best treatment. In the Philippines, convalescent plasma therapy was one such treatment. To support this, the Philippines team was pleased to donate 2 Sinomed plasma collection machines and corresponding consumables worth 4.3 million pesos to St. Luke's Medical Centre. In Australia and New Zealand, they made great use of technology to connect with their customers, business partners, and each other.
Less than 2 years ago, 95% of our sales and marketing activity would have been done in person. In 2020, we saw this grind to a global halt. In Australia and New Zealand, we had to adapt if we were going to remain market leaders in our space. First and foremost, we worked with our business partners to arrange webinars focused on stroke, neurovascular disease, and artificial intelligence, reaching over 329 clinicians across Australia and New Zealand. We worked with the Chambers of Commerce in a virtual speed dating type of event, which will see us launch a major new business partner in 2021. We launched our first business-to-business platform for our Venus and Aesthetics accounts, connecting these smaller accounts with critical information they needed to drive their business and their marketing activities. And our customer service team launched an online e-store awareness campaign, seeing us triple our online sales from 2019 to 2020. And we were brought into each other's houses, meeting spouses, pets, rooms, sharing morning teas, town halls, holiday events, and monthly trivias. And most importantly, connecting with each other and checking in and asking, "Are you okay?" I'm incredibly proud and grateful for the efforts in 2020, the creativity, the adaptability, and the grit shown by the Australia-New Zealand team.
2020 was an unprecedented year, with unexpected challenges for us all. But we overcame, we conquered, we made a difference. All thanks to each and every one of you. Thank you and congrats on conquering 2020.